Caleb Cooper sends clear message amid farmers' protests in London as Clarkson's farm star offers show of solidarity. Clarkson's farm star Caleb Cooper has shown his solidarity with the hundreds of farmers who descended on Westminster with their tractors on Wednesday to once again protest against inheritance tax changes announced in the budget. The RIP British Farming demonstration, organized by Kent Fairness for Farmers and Save British Farming, saw vehicles line up on Whitehall from 10 a.m. Tractors traveled from across the country, including Exmoor, Shropshire, Somerset and the home counties, to join the protest. The convoy, many flying Union flags, displayed signs reading, "No Farmers, No Food," and "Save British Farming," as they drove through central London. The protest coincided with Prime Minister's questions and follows a similar demonstration in November that drew 13,000 people. Cooper, who attended the protest on November 19, wasn't pictured at the event but took to social media to send the clear message he was on their side on Wednesday. Using his Instagram page, Cooper reposted a post from Farmers Weekly which showed the hundreds of tractors blocking roads in the capital. Wow! The publication captioned the image alongside a series of tractor emojis. As well as reposting the update, Cooper showed his support further by liking the post on social media. The Clarkson's farm star has made no secret of his opposition to the Labour Party's proposed tax measures, saying to the press at the November 19 protest, "I think it's the passing down of your family farm to the next generation. If I want to pass my business on to my child, I don't know if he can afford to take that on with the new tax bill. It could be unprofitable to make a livelihood off that business, that's why everyone has come together today. It's got to the point where it's going to affect us massively and we need to do something about it." Organizers say the latest show of action is in response to what they call the toxic budget, which included changes to inheritance tax for agricultural businesses and a faster phase-out of EU-era subsidies. Are we not celebrating what we are growing in this country? As the Christmas season approaches, the rural heart of Britain is bustling with activity. Among the farmers preparing for the festive season, Caleb Cooper, a name synonymous with modern British agriculture, has sparked an important conversation about the value of homegrown produce. Known for his candid humor and passion for farming, Cooper's plea is simple yet profound: why are we not celebrating what we are growing in this country? In this extensive feature, we delve into Cooper's perspective, explore the challenges facing British farmers, and examine how consumers can reconnect with the land that feeds them. Through his heartfelt message, Cooper invites us to reconsider the role of farming in our lives and the importance of supporting local producers, particularly during the festive season. The spirit of Christmas on the farm. For Caleb Cooper, Christmas is more than just a season of giving, it is a time to reflect on the abundance of the land. Cooper, best known for his role alongside Jeremy Clarkson in the hit series Clarkson's Farm, has become an outspoken advocate for British agriculture. His passion for farming runs deep, and his commitment to promoting local produce is unwavering. Christmas is a time to celebrate what we have, says Cooper. For farmers, that means taking pride in what we grow and produce. Yet, every year, I see more imported products on our tables, and it makes me wonder, why are we not celebrating the incredible food we're growing right here in this country? A call to celebrate British produce. Cooper's question taps into a broader issue within British agriculture. Despite producing some of the highest quality food in the world, British farmers often struggle to compete with cheaper imports. From turkeys and vegetables to cheese and wine, the UK offers a wealth of festive produce, yet many consumers remain unaware of the benefits of choosing local. Take Christmas dinner, for example, Cooper explains. Every ingredient on your plate, from the turkey to the sprouts, can be sourced from British farms. But how many people actually stop to think about that? How many people know the story behind the food they're eating? This disconnect between consumers and the origins of their food is at the heart of Cooper's message. By celebrating British produce, he believes we can not only support local farmers but also strengthen our connection to the land and the communities that sustain us. The challenges facing British farmers. Cooper's call to action comes at a time when British farmers are facing unprecedented challenges. Rising costs, labor shortages, and changing weather patterns have made farming more difficult than ever. Meanwhile, global competition and trade agreements have increased pressure on local producers. According to the National Farmers Union (NFU), the cost of inputs such as fertilizer, fuel, and animal feed has risen sharply in recent years. These rising costs have forced many farmers to make tough decisions, from scaling back production to diversifying their operations. Farming is not an easy job, Cooper says. It's hard work, and it comes with a lot of uncertainty. But what makes it even harder is when people don't value what we're doing. When you see imported products taking up space on shelves while local produce goes to waste, it's disheartening. Sustainability and food security. In addition to economic pressures, British farmers are also grappling with the need for greater sustainability. As concerns about climate change and food security grow, there is increasing demand for farming practices that prioritize environmental stewardship. For Cooper, supporting local agriculture is a key part of the solution. When you buy British, you're not just supporting farmers, you're supporting the environment, he says. Local produce has fewer food miles, which means less pollution. Plus, British farmers are some of the most sustainable in the world. We care about the land because we live on it. By choosing local produce, consumers can play a direct role in promoting sustainable practices and reducing their carbon footprint. This is particularly important during the festive season, when food consumption typically increases. Reconnecting with the land. Cooper also emphasizes the importance of reconnecting with the land. In an age of convenience and globalization, many people have lost touch with where their food comes from. This disconnect has implications not only for farmers but also for society as a whole. Farming isn't just about producing food, it's about preserving a way of life, Cooper explains. When people lose touch with farming, they lose touch with the land. And when that happens, we all lose something valuable. To bridge this gap, Cooper encourages people to visit farms, attend local markets, and engage with the farming community. Christmas is the perfect time to start, he says. Take your kids to a farm to see where their food comes from. Buy a locally raised turkey or some homegrown vegetables. It's about making that connection and understanding the effort that goes into every bite. The role of retailers and policymakers. While consumers play a crucial role in supporting local agriculture, Cooper believes that retailers and policymakers also have a responsibility to prioritize British produce. He calls for greater transparency in labeling and stronger incentives for supermarkets to stock local products. Retailers have a huge influence on what people buy, he says. If they put British produce front and center, more people will choose it. But it's also up to the government to support farmers and ensure that we have a level playing field. In recent years, initiatives such as the Red Tractor Scheme and the NFU's Back British Farming campaign have helped raise awareness of the importance of supporting local agriculture. However, Cooper argues that more needs to be done to protect the future of British farming. Looking to the future. Despite the challenges, Cooper remains optimistic about the future of British agriculture. He believes that with the right support and a shift in consumer attitudes, local farming can thrive. I've always said that farming is the backbone of this country, he says. It's what keeps us fed and grounded. If we want to preserve that, we need to start celebrating what we're growing and producing right here. And there's no better time to start than at Christmas. A festive call to action. As families gather around their tables this Christmas, Cooper's message offers food for thought. By choosing British produce, we can not only enjoy fresher, tastier food but also support the farmers who work tirelessly to sustain us. Christmas is about gratitude, Cooper says. And there's no better way to show that gratitude than by supporting your local farmers. Let's make this a season of celebration, for our food, our land, and the people who make it all possible. Through his passion and advocacy, Caleb Cooper reminds us of the importance of farming in our lives. This Christmas, let's honor his call to action and celebrate the bounty of the land that sustains us all. Festive treat. Clarkson's Farms. Caleb Cooper reveals how you can have a piece of diddly squat this Christmas. It comes as Caleb recently embarked on a solo venture away from Clarkson's farm. Clarkson's Farm star Caleb Cooper has revealed how fans can get a taste of the famous diddy squat this Christmas. The chipping Norton-based farmer, 26, has starred opposite Jeremy Clarkson since 2021. With the festive season underway, Caleb has begun selling free-range turkeys through his website. Customers are able to pre-book their choice, with the smallest turkeys priced at £90. Medium size comes to £110, while the largest are up for grabs for £140. Although some may find this expensive compared to a supermarket, the turkey's high quality warrants the price. Caleb worked on Diddley Squat Farm before the hit Prime Video show began. He won over viewers with his passion, knowledge and on-screen personality. Meanwhile, Caleb recently admitted to infuriating Jeremy when the duo first met. Due to Clarkson's Farm's success, he embarked on a successful national tour titled The World According to Caleb. Speaking directly to an audience, Caleb shared his views on life and farming. A hilarious scene from the tour posted on Instagram sees him recall first meeting Jeremy. He recounted, "Jeremy was living in the cottage at the time because he recently blew up his house, mad I know." As the audience erupted in laughter, Caleb continued, "And I was coming up with the sprayer, I was going to spray the barley off. He came out of the house and stopped me. And we met for the first time and got chatting. And he said, 'Oh Caleb, can I ask you a quick favor?' I said of course, what is it? He said, 'Look, can you drive a little bit slower past my house because Lisa's cat runs around and it's an old cottage and it rumbles.' And I said yeah, sure thing, not a problem. Anyway, I drive as fast as I can past that house just to simply pee **** him off. It's great fun, honestly.